Hello guys, good day. This is Anna of Reinforcement Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today we are going to talk about positive affirmation. The power of your own words. The way we feel doubt, we feel stressed out, and sometimes we feel like nobody ever understands us except, you know, except taking the choice to step up and do something about it for ourselves, for our own sake. I started practicing positive affirmation way back when I decided to set myself out of my parents' care, my dad's care. That was way back 8 to 9 years ago. My first work abroad was in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and after work, I sometimes I couldn't have. Although I have time to talk to my friends, but they are busy on their own whereabouts, and some of my friends in the Philippines were busy, and even my dad. My dad is he's asleep. He's not available all the time, and I got no one. The way when you get to a situation when you feel down and no one is there for you except yourself. So one of the best solution I ever got to at least help myself get my act together is through positive affirmation. I know this could be like overvalued or kind of words of positive affirmation, kind of woo woo thing, but it. I personally could say that it did help me a lot, even up to this point. You know, Positive affirmations are the empowering statements that helps you make yourself feel good. You know, these are the kind words that you say to yourself that you are this kind of person. Even though, you think you're not because you're not doing it yet, you put it in the present tense like I am kind, I am enough, I can do this, I am not a quitter, I will never ever quit, I can finish the entire shift successfully without any pending, without getting stressed out. I am enough, I am brave, I am courageous, I'm a good worker, I am useful. Those are positive affirmation, and it challenges your negative thoughts, your doubts, replacing them into something constructive, opening your minds towards you know, the different possibilities that could come up in a day just to make it happen for you. And since, you've started your day with a positive affirmation, then it help you get yourself prepared to whatever life is throwing you in certain situation or at any time of the day. So what I'm trying to say is when you say good things about yourself habitually, should I say habitually, because you got to say this every day when you need it. And sometimes I even have this, I have this in my notebook. And to some people, they have it on the mirror, when they brush their teeth. I even have my vision board. As to some people, they also have their own vision board. And by the way, I just started the vision board thing just last year. Other than that, I have everything in my diary. So when you say good things to yourself regularly, habitually, your mind eventually starts to believe them. Now, why is positive affirmation good for you? The first thing I've actually realized, from the moment I started practicing this, like saying kind words to myself from the time I get up in the morning. So I actually got a list of here, about who I want to be every day. Look at this. I revised this last year. I'm just gonna pick up the thing, the paper. Okay. And I write down the things that I wanted to happen. These are long term, so I write it down. And to some people, I know they actually have recorded themselves and they listen to those recordings every day. But for me, I just read this out with myself by the time I get up in the morning and before I go to bed. So this is kind of my ritual every day. And this is important because basically it boosts your confidence. It makes you believe in yourself that you can, you can do it. You can do anything. Although deep down, you can only be good in one thing or not a handful of things, but you're going to be good on those areas or stuff that you want to be great at it. If you want to be good in one thing, that one thing, you're going to focus your mind, give it a time, practice every day. You're going to be good at it. It's just a matter of time. So when you practice positive affirmation, it actually gives you a good image, self-image, and it lessens your insecurities that your fragile confidence, fragile self-image. Positive affirmation actually helps out by means of just arguing against your negative self that, look, you can do this, I can do this, there's no way I could do this, you got no choice, I got to do this, I got to do this, finish this successfully at the best of my ability. I want to think this way, I want to be this way, this is who I am. So when you do positive affirmation habitually, it actually replaces your negative thoughts, and to the point that you even argue with yourself, your negative self, that why would I say that I can't do it when other people can? So it helps boost your confidence. And another thing is that it reduces your stress and anxiety. So when you are well prepared, well prepped for your day with all this positive affirmation, it conditions yourself to be this kind of person who is willing to face the day and conquer it. Other than that, those positive affirmations that you think, positive things that you think about yourself, it helps reprogram your mind, somehow slowly deleting the doubts that you have in yourself, to the point that you can actually increase your self-belief. And then you value yourself more, to the point that you're gonna love yourself more and more each day. And the best thing about that is, since you love yourself, the way you show up to yourself, it reflects to your relationship with other people. And that leads to healthier connections with others. So I'm not a perfect person, but I personally apply these things for a couple of years and more years to come. I'm not going to quit this habit ever. I love it. It keeps me strong and, in the most part, resilient. I wouldn't expect life to be kind, to save me from danger, to save me from difficulties and problems. I do expect life that sometimes it's not fair. But because of the things that I'm doing to myself, positive affirmation is one of them. It helped me get through it. It helped me solve problems and learn from them. Examples of positive affirmations are like, I am confident. Okay, money-wise, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am a millionaire, I am enough, I am kind, I have good friends, I am successful career-wise, I am the boss. And although for example, you just started this positive affirmation, and when you say this to yourself every day, what's really going to happen is that since you say this every day, your mind will push you to do something about it, to start becoming that kind of person that you're telling yourself you are. And that is important. So if you are not that kind of person, so it's way better to delete that positive affirmation and replace it with something that you'll be happy enough to be that kind of person. If you're not really like, I am the boss, if you don't, as time goes by, if you don't really, you might realize that you don't want to be a boss. You might want to replace it to something like, I am the most useful colleague, worker in my area. So you could replace it in something which is practical, and you'll be happy enough to be that person. So that's actually what's the good thing about positive affirmation. Your brain, your mind will eventually push you to do something about the things that you're saying you are. I'm actually happy to find that out. And how are you going to use this positive affirmation? I mean, to what extent that it's going to you're going to make this happen to yourself? Well, I would recommend to say good things about yourself regularly. Should I say habitually? But for me, I say good things to myself before I go to sleep at night, and when I wake up in the morning, whether I'm just here, I'm off, especially when I go to work. I say the same things to myself every day, and if there might be some things that I'm not happy, I just change it. I delete it. I actually rewrite it, evaluate it over time, and then okay, I'll be happy enough to be this kind of person. And this will be my positive affirmation as long as I'm be happy enough to be this kind of person. I could even add something, some qualities, or delete something, but this is who I want to be until I become that person. And I'll be happy enough to do this for the rest of my life. You say your positive affirmation every day. Say them out loud, or just in your head, or just remind yourself that you are this kind of person. You put those reminders just in front of your mirror or in your room where it can be obvious enough for you to remind yourself that you are this kind of person. You can even write them down in your journal every day, or you just put it in front of your notebook to remind yourself that you are this kind of person. You see this every day, most of the time, to remind yourself that you are this kind of person, just in case if your self-doubt will creep in. And yes, you can write down your positive affirmation in present tense. Put them in your notebook or in a sticky note, in your office, anywhere that can help you remind yourself that this is who I am. This is my positive affirmation. And say them out loud. You just say it inside your head. And to some people, they actually say it and then record themselves, and then they listen to that person, who is just them, over and over again before they go to work, before they venture the day, before they venture their business. That's positive affirmation. And you can even combine this with visualization, just like what other people does. And yeah, as I've mentioned earlier, I just started the vision board last year. I got my vision board there in the other room. And yeah, it's not perfectly done, but that's my very own vision board. So yeah, you can, like in your office, other than your words of affirmation, you got your family pictures there, and you got your hobby, you're playing golf, or something that inspires you. Your reason, your big why you want to be this kind of person, to keep you inspired, to keep you motivated. So that's how this positive affirmation helped me a lot. And it will even help your relationship too. And there is what we call one of the love language, which is words of affirmation. Reminding your loved one that you love them, they're beautiful, thank you, I appreciate you, you're the kindest wife, you're the most beautiful, I love to see you tonight, thank you very much, you're welcome. Those kind words. It not only, this positive affirmation wouldn't only boost yourself, it even resonates towards your relationship to other people, to your loved ones, to your family. So that's what's the good thing about it. And, all in all, this powerful words, the positive affirmation, helps you and me to be happy, to be contented, to keep growing, to be confident and resilient. Whatever happens, never quit. And it even inspires us to do better in work, in terms of our health, career, relationship, wealth building, in all aspects of our life. So, should I say, always speak kindly to yourself. Your words have power. So I hope I deliver something useful and important today in this episode. If you ever love this content, you can share this to your family and friends. You can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even on Amazon Music. By the way, this is Anne of Reinforce Me Club. This is Reinforce Me Club. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time and happy days. I do appreciate your presence.